Recently on the social medias, there's been an interesting argument going on. Boarding groups or no boarding groups? Personally, I think I'm in the no boarding group bandwagon. If you don't agree with me, hey, that's fine, you're not wrong. But I also am not wrong. One of the first words that comes up for the defense of boarding groups is that it's fair. Yes, that is true, but it's really only fair on day one. A lot of people that go on Disney vacations aren't usually there for just one day. If you were unsuccessful in getting a boarding group on the first day, you can come back the second day with a bunch of other people that were also there the day before that managed to get on the attraction. You still have the exact same odds as they do at getting to ride again. Is that fair? Well, that's kind of depends on how you define fair. Yes, it is fair that they both had the same chance at getting to ride the attraction. However, is it fair that somebody who already got to experience the ride gets another go at it when there are still people left out? My main problem with this is that there's the opportunity to make a lot of people unhappy for no fault of their own. And you know what? So what if boarding groups are fair? So are lines. Someone who really wants to experience a certain attraction can do a lot of things in their power to increase those odds. At least when we're using the traditional form of lining up. You can get up early, get in line, and then once the park opens, get in line again, and then once the rope drops, get in line again. Yes, I understand that kind of sounds stupid and tedious, and yes it is. Not really, it's actually super cool to wake up early in the morning and wait in line for a brand new attraction and hang out with all the other like-minded people. The point is, the people that really want to ride the attraction probably will. Because they have the want and are willing to sacrifice to get it. Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure had an 8-hour wait time, but all those people who were willing to wait got to ride it. Yes, there may be some people that go and they want to enjoy this attraction, but they decide to pass on it because the wait time is just too long for them. But that's their choice. No one is mad. Those that chose to wait forever did it willingly and are happy they got to experience it. Those that chose not to wait that long are happy that instead of waiting 8 hours in line, they actually rode some other rides. There's another reason why I don't like these boarding groups. Every ride has a certain level of demand, or an amount of time someone is willing to wait to enjoy that attraction. Because of that, let's think of wait time as a type of currency. After all, time is money. As a new movie comes out, you're willing to spend maybe up to $20 to see it. But you're not going to be willing to spend the same amount to see it a second time the next day. And this is even if you absolutely love that movie. I saw Avengers Infinity War 3 times in theaters. Some of you will, but most people won't. As more people experience the attraction over time, the demand will go down, and these individuals won't be willing to pay the price that others that have not gotten to experience will. Over time, these extraordinarily long wait times will balance out and they will reach a medium. Boarding groups, on the other hand, create infinite demand. When this is the case, you'll always sell out. Someone could have ridden Rise of the Resistance a dozen times. Because there's no cost, everyone will opt in for a boarding group. They wouldn't have bothered to wait in line for an hour, but the person who hasn't easily would have. Why have a system that can make someone's day at the happiest place on earth one of the most miserable days they've had? Yes, boarding groups are fair, but are they really right? Not having to wait in a long line is very appealing, and I get that. And of course I'm going to use a boarding group, especially if it's the only way to go on an attraction. If there was enough capacity where everyone that entered the park has the opportunity to ride the attraction, it wouldn't be as bad. It would still have some flaws because not everybody can spend a whole day at the parks. But if there's a system that can pull the magic carpet out from under somebody's feet before their day has even really started, does it really belong at a Disney park? On that note, I do understand that long lines can impede operations. By having a line that goes through half the park can be unsightly, disorganized, and chaos. But I got a sort of integrated line boarding group solution. As people enter the park, why not just automatically put them into the boarding group? The earlier you enter the park, the earlier your boarding group will be active. As they enter the park, they can either opt out by telling the cast member at the gate or by using their Disney app. The current boarding group system doesn't give you an opportunity to choose a return time, so there's no compromise here. This way, people who do really want to ride the attraction still can without just waiting all day for one ride. Instead, they could do all their waiting on the front end and still enjoy the rest of the park. The people who also just want to ride the one ride, they can do the same thing. Just show up really early, make sure they're at the front of the gates, and they could go in and out. The only people that this solution is hurting are the people who are unwilling to sacrifice any time, and that's their choice. However, even this system I think should only be used for a month or two. Well, these are my thoughts on boarding groups, and they may be flawed. There might be something that I'm not seeing. So by all means, let me know in the comments what you think, and hey, let's get a discussion going. And also let me know if you enjoyed hearing about my opinion, and maybe I'll do more videos about stuff that I think. Until next time.